Yeah.
So, I mean,
Shin.
Tweek said that he doesn't feel too bad about this matchup, but if you were to ask any or most Diddy Kong players, this is going to be a tougher matchup. Definitely a matchup that Diddy Kong can't play the standard Diddy Kong flowchart of like, I got banana, I got shield, I'm moving around, I'm going to whiff punish you, because there's two characters on the screen. So if the Ice Climber players positions the character right, Nana will take the trip, and then the main climber can punish Diddy Kong for tripping the Nana.
And even if,
oh my goodness, no spike.
Scary, yeah. And even though if Popo is the one that slips, Nana could still follow through. So it is a very interesting matchup, a check, you could tell. And also, by the way, guys, because I know that you like to call out when I butcher our pronunciation. Remember, I'm Mexican, but in this case in particular, the Japanese competitor, his tag, is Shin. In Japanese, it's she and then the N. So even though it says Sin, I will be calling him Shin. All right.
Oh, it's Shin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so you guys don't freak out about that. Just adding a little bit of context. I'm learning Japanese, okay? So I can say this.
You don't want chat to hit you with the actually. Actually, that says Sin.
Shin. There you go.
And shout out to all the Japanese players coming out here. Obviously, it is a very far journey. So coming out to give us some great Smash Brothers and even some obscure characters, right? Something like Ice Climbers we don't see too much as of recently, but up and over, and then the forward smash, the hammer comes down, the Sopo not only gets back to stage, but gets the stock from Tweek here. Huge for Shin, but the up smash is still not enough.
I am a sucker, and I will be one of the biggest defenders of Sopo. Honestly,
Sopo is out here.
I honestly think that once Popo is on his own, he becomes the strongest. Careful there. That was a very nice blender of the Squall Hammer. Gotta be scary to be caught up between both Ices, honestly.
Yeah, one of Ice Climber's best moves in Ultimate, I feel like, especially, I mean, when we saw Big D have the rise, oh, is that going to be the setup? I don't know if the desync was activated there, but especially when Big D started getting a ton of results, we saw that Squall Hammer being a big part of the neutral game, right? And also even a combo starter, or at least like a launcher in terms of just like getting some kind of something started for a juggle situation. Right there. And even the monkey flip grab we saw get punished there. So that's another thing that Tweek is going to have to be very careful about.
It's so funny
Blizzard
to see.
And the up tilt up smash. Yeah, and
beautiful.
Usually, even when you see a character like Sora get the freeze, you got to read when you're going to pop out of the freeze, right? But if you have a multi-hit move that locks you down, like Climber up tilt, if you get the desync up tilt into up smash, that's almost a guaranteed in terms of just getting the confirm off the freeze.
It lasts for a month, honestly.
Yes,
so
it's a long time.
You pretty much confirm a stock right there, and I think it's so funny to watch just how much Shin doesn't care about the banana for the most part. Of course, Tweek does a phenomenal job at punishing that effectively, getting the most weighting, or taking advantage rather, of the separation between Nana and Popo to punish them effectively, doing a really good job at keeping them separated and racking up quick damage, not only to Popo, but also Nana suffering so much right now.
Oh, that air dodge. Not going to have to sacrifice one, but making it quite a scramble. And it's also very good to get Nana and Popo at different percentages because they don't share the same percentage. The percentage you see on the screen is Popo's percentage, but when you hit both of them and they're at different percentages, they get launched. You see Nana got launched even farther away, so it's easier to separate climbers as the game goes on if you're able to combo them separately. We'll see what Shin can do with the banana in hand. Nana holding on to it. No whiff punish available here for Tweek. This is a very, very close game one. Letting the up smash rip out of shield. So many different specials to avoid here.
This is super scary. We have a Tweek caught on the ledge. Shin trying to catch him as he recovers. Gotta be scary because Nana is super close at getting a good hit. Might send her off stage, off screen enough, but Shin is just trying to fish, trying to catch Tweek as he lands, and maybe even a tech roll, something to catch him unprovoked, unprepared for the kind of pressure that the ices pose.
Okay, banana still in hand, the back air pressure. Gonna go ahead and pull another banana. The peanut gun doing mad work here, throwing out the jab just for the check. The down tilt, gonna wait, but the up smash not gonna follow through. Just gonna go for the forward air. Gonna prioritize the separation. The forward is enough, and there it is. The down throw banana into the barrels to close it out. Tweek playing that last stock, so surgical, so patient, and you saw every time Shin was trying to line up just some scrambles, because Ice Climbers is so good in scrambles, right? The up smash out of shields in scrambles, even those situations where Tweek got put on the ledge, most players would do something like an instant ledge jump. You want to get away from the climbers, but that's where they do the desync, pivot into the up tilt up smash. Tweek did a really good job of avoiding up tilt up smash in general. We saw that one freeze stock, that was it. But in general, avoiding a lot of the desync combos, which is really, really what you need to do. Ice Climbers has some of the craziest offense in the game if set up correctly, and I think Tweek did a really good job of trying to diffuse as much of that as possible.
100% agree with your statement, Charles. I do believe that Tweek is currently feeling extremely comfortable in his shoes. Like, every single option has been super expected, you know, like it makes sense from Tweek. He's challenging, and he's dealing with a matchup that is honestly, on paper, extremely hard to deal with as a Diddy Kong. He's just doing it, you said it right, how do you say this? Chirurgically?
Surgically.
Surgically, thank you. So it's interesting to see how this bit of a matchup check. Also, keep in mind that this is a Japanese player, not to glaze them, not to compensate for their skill, but we know how skillful they are and how their playstyle is just so different to what we're used here in NA.
Whether you think it's glazing or not, they got the results, man.
For sure.
They are the strongest region.
They are.
And it's not even close. and trust me, I want America to be the best. America has been very good at Smash for a very long time. And I mean, even Mexico, right, Leo, was #1 for pretty much most of Ultimate's lifespan. So, you know, but I will say it's very cool to see different regions get the spotlight as well, right? So really cool to see Japan come through, but it doesn't mean the rest of the world is going to not, or sit there and not fight back. So we'll see what happens here at this tournament. We got JP versus America Showdown right now. Tweek up a stock here. Not too much damage. Is that snipe enough?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Wow. Yeah, I mean, sinking real low. And even Tweek trying to get a little bit of damage on the way out, angling it to the left, knowing that, hey, I'm not going to make it back. But Shin doing an incredible job of wiping that first stock off.
Now, it's very interesting to see just how, even though this is Shin's counter pick, it's still looking very much Tweek's favored. Like, he's taking advantage of the fact that there's no platforms, there's nowhere to run, and he's just amping up with the aggression. The chase downs have been really well thought out from Tweek, and even though he is overshooting a little bit sometimes, it's a calculated risk, and he's getting a lot in return.
Yeah, and you see there's a lot of opportunities where Tweek will actually get a hit, back off. Get a hit, back off. Usually, you see, I mean, and if you watch Tweek play against any other characters, it is not the case. Usually it's like at least a 50% combo, but the separation, the parry into the weight, gets the reset, and that goes Sopo. And we saw Sopo actually do some mad work last in game #1. So wiping out that Sopo. What? The jab 1? That worked? That's a thing? I've never seen jab 1 to Blizzard.
That's a JP difference.
Yo, dang, chat, tell me, say it ain't so. Is that true?
That's crazy. Once again, there's no way it happens again.
Dang.
He's going all the way out. Shin with a masterful display of skill and raw determination to absolutely take that game back, despite the fact it was actually Tweek who got a very sizable lead from the very beginning.
I'm assuming the jab Blizzard, there has to be a desync before for it to be true. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that. But nonetheless, if we're talking about the Ice Climber offense, the offense, the cheese, whatever terminology you want to do, Shin got it on deck back to back here, game #2. And all I got to say, it don't matter what game we're playing, Icy's always want to go to FD. It don't matter. Is it Melee? Is it Brawl? Is it Ultimate? It don't matter. Their favorite stomping ground is going to be that final destination. But here we are, PS2, game `
All right. Beautiful display of skill from Shin. He feels comfortable enough to keep on challenging Tweek. Now that we're going into a stage that feels a little bit more like home here in America, Tweek might find a little bit more of solace, more of comfort, and a little bit more of a bigger shelter with those platforms as well. We've seen just how well he just extends strings using those platforms too.
Yeah, and I mean, the big sacrifice here, oh man, there it is once again, the desync jab 1 into Blizzard. My goodness, Shin got that back-to-back games here on game 2 and 3. Gonna be such a huge confirm. I mean, being able to confirm it, and Ice Climbers, their smash attacks are not weak. These smash attacks are very, very powerful. But the big thing here, if we're talking about stages, PS2 going to have a lot of space here to work with. Tweek, you do not want to scramble as Ice Climbers. It's the last thing you want to do as any character. But what do you sacrifice as a Diddy Kong player? You can't do that side switch, right? We've seen players like Son or like Shiny Mark or Tweek, where they utilize their character's recovery to get these back-to-back side switches to avoid unfavorable ledge traps, right? But PS2 has that wall down the middle on the bottom, so you're not going to be able to do that on this stage anymore.
Definitely great recovery from Shin, still surviving. Tweek has a good opportunity to challenge, and he does just exactly that to get a stock. Losing out on 60%, I think Shin's advantage is extremely important, especially now that the banana becomes a double-edged sword.
No way!
There's no desync on that. By the way, Ferb earlier in chat told us that there's no jab desync on the jab.
You don't even need a desync?
So
that's just real.
There's no desync startup, sorry.
I see.
That's what Ferb said. So shout outs to chat. You guys are always knowledgeable. We love you for that. And it's just crazy how much Shin is getting out of every single one of those options.
I see you, chat. Chat out here doing the homework on the Ice Climbers.
We love you.
Okay, here it is. Getting in the opening here. And I mean, since the beginning of time, it's all about separating the two. Got to divide and conquer here against the Ice Climbers, but it is so rough. And I mean, Tweek losing stocks at such early percents because of this jab setup. The jab in the Blizzard doing insane work here for Shin.
Yeah, so far it's looking phenomenal. Tweek struggling so much to get anything started. This seems, and I don't want to call it too early, but this seems like Shin's game. Honestly, he adapted so well. He's using Tweek's options against him for the most part. And even though Tweek is doing a real good job at keeping the brothers separated, it seems like it's somewhat ineffective, because even though they're far apart, they're still offering violence, and it's working in his favor.
Yeah, and I mean, Ice Climbers is one of those characters too. You see things like the jab Blizzard forward smash, and then you see them get separated. It's such the hills and valley characters, right? Is the up smash going to be enough? With the rage it is. Tweek with one stock, one chance here on this game number 3. Very pivotal game here, but it is Shin on a fresh 2 stocks here, or I guess 1 climber stock each. But yeah, on the final stock here for Shin. See what Tweek can cook up. Is gonna connect the Squall Hammer is Shin. Get the banana, no, but the slip while using Nana to take the banana slip, baiting Tweek in to feeling safe to land there, and then the up smash is already ripping. Yeah,
it's not looking pretty. By the way, I do have to make I want to clear something up. I said brothers, but I meant siblings. This is because I'm Mexican. You know, we mix terms up. We say hermano, it's genderless. Right. So
yeah, we're actually talking about that before we went live, which is crazy.
So when we say hermanos, it also means your sister, sister. So yeah,
it's like a blanket term.
Yeah, it's a blanket term. So yeah, I meant to say siblings for the Ices. So still, things are not looking pretty. We're going into Hollow Bastion. 1 platform, 1 ceiling, 1 roof, 1 shelter. And this is something that Tweek will have to make the most out of, because right now the Japanese contender is looking really strong for this winner side of bracket.
Yeah, and I wonder if Tweek even really knew about that jab confirm. I mean, definitely something I've never seen, but I don't particularly like study Ice Climber VODs or anything like that. So, because Tweek is, since you are, wait, this isn't going to be it, but the spike, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, so if the forward smash isn't enough, the spike is. So in that sense, if you retreat and try, because you don't want to scramble versus Ices, but maybe you are going to be put in a situation where you have to scramble versus them, because if you retreat to ledge and get hit by jab, that is just your stock, right? Like, you're just done. You're going to lose your stock to the fair spike or the forward smash, what have you. So maybe you have to prioritize center stage here, but you got to figure out something, and it's got to be quick here, because Shin is up 2-1 and now up a stock in this game number 4. Hollow Bastion, I don't know if that's going to be enough, because even like the mid-range Blizzard, man, it's so... It's been one of Ice Climber's best neutral tools since, you know, ever. Melee, Brawl, whatever, right? It's just such a great mid-range projectile almost.
And Nana's doing a really good job at just keeping with that Blizzard, just stopping. Like, Tweek, stop right now. Halt. It's scary at this point, because Tweek has not been able to find a good way to, even though he's doing a really good job at separating them, there you go, prioritizing Popo to get that stock. Both siblings get destroyed that way, and even though he's a little bit far behind, I wouldn't doubt that Tweek suddenly pops off at this point. He knows that he has to be careful, and that's why we're seeing a little bit more of a defensive approach from Tweek at this time.
So whenever you see Shin randomly turn around, shield, or just turn around in general, whenever you're facing forward, the lead climber is Popo, which is the player. And then when you turn around, Nana goes in front. So the way that Shin is positioning Nana in neutral is just like dash forward and then turn around. And then it's like, okay, if you monkey flip, grab Nana, then I can shield the attack and then back her out of shield. We've seen Shin do that multiple times. The monkey flip grab, if it grabs Popo though, you'll go ahead and hit both. So great stuff coming out from Shin, great positioning, and it's always, you gotta know, even like spectating, especially playing up against, you gotta know what the intention in terms of positioning for the climber player is.
Love it though, Tweek trying to challenge with the back air, unfortunately not being able to connect it just yet, and that becomes increasingly scary. Love that banana to just keep Nana airborne. Once again, forgot it was in the air. Still love to see just how much pressure Tweek is trying to put out. Of course, recognizing that he needs to take a step back in order to regroup, in order to rethink his next approach. Otherwise, he could self himself a little bit out, and that is extra scary at this point.
Oh man, wow! Even tossing the the banana, passing it to Nana there. Great stuff, great technical play coming out here from Shin. Gonna dash back, does get the backer, but it's not enough, but it is enough to get the opening for the Nana, the forward tilt. Now Tweek with the lead here in this game number 4, regardless of the crazy, remember the start of this game was a jab into Blizzard Fair, or I mean jab into something fair, and it was enough to get the stock at 50%, so huge turnaround. Tweek racking up the damage, back and forth. We got the custom combos out here, but here's the freezy pop. No freezy pop combo.
Look at him go, just traversing the whole stage from underneath. Shin immediately claps back with the back air. Things are not looking pretty.
Dang, Nana freaking out over there.
As Nana freaks out with the banana in hand.
Dang, Nana, get it together.
Does nothing to help Shin at this point, and that means that the Squall Hammer, the aggressive recovery from Shin, will allow him to slowly creep back up in terms of percentage. Things are getting even, and I'm getting extremely anxious. I bet both of them are. Tweek needs to give us a game number 5.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see that. Even like the interesting part, oh man, not gonna get the punish on the Nana. That could be so huge here. There's a Squall, the banana in play. Both players weaving around it. Tweek able to get through towards the other side. Tried to hit the downer, but doesn't connect it. Does pull another banana though, giving enough space. Ooh, this is so down to the wire, but there's the jab, the up tilt, the up smash is going to do it. Shin is going to take Tweek into the loser's bracket.
Oh my God, Shin doing a phenomenal job. The Japanese crew just screaming, yatta! That was such a very fun set to watch.
So desu.
All right, that's right. It's unbelievable just how well Shin adapted throughout the whole set, and how Tweek, even though he had the right idea, the right execution as well, at the end of the day, it did feel like a bit of a matchup check, honestly, against Diddy Kong specifically.
Yeah, I don't know if Tweek was particularly ready for the jab setups into the Blizzard Fair. I don't know if he was specifically knew about that. I think Tweek's offense in terms of the separation made a lot of sense, but man, it really came down to just the final stock on that game.